Now recognizes Ms. Radewagen for 5 minutes.
Talofa lava. Thank you, Chairman Huffman and Ranking Member Bentz, for holding this budget hearing today. Thank you to the panel for your testimony. Dr. Spinrad, about 2 months ago, American Samoa Governor Lemanu Maunga sent a letter to Acting Assistant Administrator Paul Doremus regarding additional federal regulation for coral critical habitat that are already protected under American Samoa law. While I'm sure we're all on the same side of safeguarding our natural resources, Governor Lemanu expressed concerns that the proposed designated area covers a large area of coral reef habitat and does not reflect the critical habitat of threatened corals, and that it is actually redundant with other local and federal regulations. How does NOAA intend to build a more efficient relationship with state and territorial authorities, and how do you intend to account for their local autonomy when it comes to preservation efforts? And if I have enough time left, I want to extend that same question to the other witnesses. What I want to know basically is, how does the administration intend to address redundancies between federal and local action? Dr. Spinrad?
So thank you, Congresswoman. Yes, I understand. I think there are a few aspects of addressing the redundancies you alluded to. One is in looking at consistency of state and territory actions with coastal management plans, coastal zone management. The other two elements that I would invoke clearly, as I've stated repeatedly here today, is engagement. And the extent to which there is any discussion beyond between the governor and the assistant administrator for national marine fisheries has to incorporate local communities. It has to incorporate Pacific Island Fisheries Councils. And then the last piece is the scientific basis for making these decisions, incorporating as well some of the traditional ecological knowledge. So those are the keystones, I believe, in addressing potential redundancies or conflicts, I would add.
Any of the other witnesses?
Congresswoman, there were a lot of questions earlier in the hearing from leadership about the America the Beautiful or 30 by 30 initiative. That could be viewed as potential redundancy or overlap. The way our agency is approaching it, we're turning to our existing partnerships, groups like Partnerscapes and the National Fish Habitat Partnership Board, others. A lot of the work we're already doing with private landowners. This is already under conservation protection measures and things like that. There's no interest in going out and doing a, quote, federal land grab or things like that. The vision behind America the Beautiful is look to these existing partnerships, leverage them, build capacity, work at a local scale with our partners, ranchers, hunters, and also continue the administration's emphasis on access to the public lands and any land under conservation as well. And we just opened about 2.1 million acres of hunting and fishing access on our nation's National Wildlife Refuge System, which is a historic amount, 90 refuges, 1 hatchery, to provide hundreds of hunting and fishing opportunities on our public land. And that's kind of what's behind this whole vision for the America the Beautiful and the 30 by 30 initiative. It's really looking at the existing efforts underway and trying to amplify them.
And the other witness, please.
Thank you, Congresswoman. I'll just say as a general matter, the Bureau of Reclamation values our local relationships as an extremely important relationship to maintain. So with respect to redundancies, our approach is roll up our sleeves, get on the ground, whether it's virtual or in person, and figure out ways in which we can leverage, supplement, complement, avoid duplication, but get things done on the ground in a responsible way, again, without duplicating, but taking advantage, whether it be local authorities, local money, federal authorities, or federal money, doing that in a responsible way alongside our partners is key from my perspective.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yield back.